how much do you treat this one as kind of as close to a regular season? I mean, you went 6 innings and 80-some pitches. How close did it feel to a normal game for you?
I loved it. Yeah, it's good. I mean, every time you go 6 innings, especially when you don't do the whole thing where they take you out and put you back in, so that was a very good positive. And no, this is probably like the closest thing to a regular season game. You talk about the workload, the amount of pitches. I'm really happy with like the sequencing, the pitch velo, the shapes, the strikeouts. Everything was there, and obviously there are some things that I still can refine, get a little better at, but I've taken the feedback from every start and like made some adjustment, or give me a goal, give me a process-oriented goal. No, and I'm just really happy with how today, when Vasquez had such a good feel for calling the game as if it was a regular season game. It's not like, okay, let's gonna emphasize on 0-2 something. It's just like whatever the game told us, whatever the situation told us, we went for it. So it felt really game-like, and then I'm really satisfied with that, especially with just one more to go and then the actual season. So it's all about competing. That's how it felt today.
Is that a little more fun than earlier in the spring when you're attacking it like a competition as opposed to like a preparation?
Yeah, no, 100%. Every time you make it more like regular season like, or you make it more competition like, that's what you want. So I think like my mentality was there all along today. It wasn't more like, let's pick a spot to work on something. It's like, if I'm gonna work on something, I'm gonna work on executing. I'm gonna work on putting people away. I'm gonna work on throwing really good 0-2, 1-2 count pitches, and there were still some counts that I could have made a better pitch, but it's a huge day from the last one where like I got hurt a lot with 2 strikes, and today my execution with 2 strikes was a lot better with a lot of different pitches.
Pablo, as I saw you do so many times in Miami, when you start piling up strikeouts, it looks like you're starting to find your groove a little. Did you start finding that a little bit now today?
Yeah, no, 100%. So my last spring training start, my issue came with I was too much in the zone or too close to the zone with 2 strikes, and today was like, okay, let's take a time, let's take a deep breath and be very specific with the 2 strike counts with any pitch with those 2 strike counts. They always have a specific place to go, and like, how can we make it aggressive? How can we make it like turn, keep on going, fade with good quality arm action? So it was a good groove to find with the 2 strike counts today.
How is life treating you here in Minnesota? You're playing for a team with a much more winning culture. You're playing in front of a lot more people. Do you really enjoy the fresh start that you've had up in the Twin Cities?
I love it. No, I mean, the last 2 seasons have been nothing short of a blessing. Very fortunate to be part of the Minnesota Twins organization, and it felt like the baseball home I always needed and wanted. So just blessed to be here, and I've seen a lot of people take strides to add to the philosophy we're trying to build.
The Cardinals announced their opening day starter today. Obviously exciting day already, but like the prospect of getting to face Sunny, is that something you're looking forward to?
It's fun. Every time you pitch against a former teammate, and I've done it when I pitched against Miami last year, it's a fun challenge, and you make it a fun little competition. I mean, I know Sonny's a competitor. His mindset's going to be like, I'm going to get people out, I'm going to prevent runs. That's going to be my mentality too, but it's always fun when you're challenging yourself against a former teammate. We did it last year in August, and it was a fun little competition. So, really happy and excited. Looking forward to match up with Sonny Gray on March 27th.
I have to ask you, how do you like playing in the cold weather from time to time?
You know what? It's different. It's not as fun as pitching in this warmth. I'd rather pitch when it's 90 and muggy than 30 and cold. But You got to do what you got to do, and it's only for a few starts. But we make adjustments. We can't control them. So the best solution I've come to find is having quick innings. So if the inning starts getting long, you start getting in trouble. But it's different, but that's how baseball is. It's challenging, keeps you on your toes, it keeps you adjusting, and you gotta do your job regardless.
Great stuff. Great seeing you.
Thank you.
How tough is it to see Royce go out with the injury?
I was sad. I wasn't there when it happened. I was in the tunnel refreshing because I was sweating a lot today. And then I come out to the dugout and I see Rocco and the trainer with him. So really sad. I haven't gotten to talk to him. It's always hard to approach someone after something like that happens. You don't know. I'm sure he's feeling very down on himself, but he's also very optimistic. So I hope that he's got some optimism to him. Whatever imaging they're gonna get, whether it's today or tomorrow, just hoping and wishing the best for him. He's such a good player and a much more important clubhouse presence for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pablo.
Thank you.